Nano Banana could be toast because Higgsfield's new popcorn model is coming straight for Google's throne. Picture this, you start with one image, a few words, and suddenly a complete cinematic world begins to unfold right in front of you. With its multi-image pipeline, Popcorn tackles AI's toughest storytelling flaw: continuity. No more off-model faces or broken scenes, just seamless movie-grade visuals that flow naturally. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how Higgsfield Popcorn works and show you how I used it to create that travel commercial that you just saw. And we'll find out if this is the AI tool that's been missing from your workflow all this time. All right, let's get into it. So here we are on the Higgsfield AI homepage. And a quick thanks to Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. And if you guys are interested in checking out the platform, be sure to click the link down below in the description. Now, if we click up here where it says Popcorn, we're going to enter the tool. Now, I touched on this briefly in the intro, but one of the toughest challenges in using AI for filmmaking or advertising has been consistency. And this goes way beyond just keeping the characters the same. It's about maintaining the continuity in location, in lighting, time of day, and visual style. And if any of these elements are a little bit off, it really does give that AI feel, which we don't want. Now, of course, Google did come out with Nano Banana, and this really did change the game. And really what we're checking out today is Higgsfield's take on the same idea. It's their answer directly back to Google. So how exactly does this work? Well, if you look at the bottom of the screen right here, you can see we have the option to upload up to 4 images to guide or extend our storyboard. And at the bottom, we can also dictate how many images we want to be generated. And we can even select the aspect ratio of our output. And you can see here that there's an option at the very top for auto and manual. The difference between auto and manual is that for manual, we can actually enter a specific text prompt for each individual generation. But for this example, we're going to use auto. This is the more straightforward approach, and it's also great for generating content at scale. So now we're going to start to create the images that went into the commercial that you saw at the beginning of the video. Now, if you were marketing a travel app, a travel product, or running campaigns for travel brands, this type of commercial would work really well. All right, so I'm going to use this image right here of a stylish travel influencer character in an airport lounge. We'll just go ahead right here and upload it into this field. Now, of course, we have the option to upload even more images if we want to have more references, but I'm just going to use this one just for starters. Now, in terms of a text prompt, I'm just going to keep it really simple. We're just going to say, launch campaign, create a day in the life travel campaign, show the woman drinking an espresso at a cafe, looking at a city map, hailing a cab, relaxing in a hotel room. And at the bottom here, we can dictate how many images we want to be generated. So I'm going to go ahead and select 7 outputs. Now you can generate a maximum of 8 images, but the reference images are included in that 8. So because I gave it that one reference image, I can only select up to 7. All right, so I'm just going to click the generate button and it'll just take a minute to generate. Okay, so now we have our 8 generations here from Higgsfield Popcorn. And I gotta be honest with you, not every generation is gonna be perfect. You can see here that in several of these pictures, her hair ended up covering her face, which isn't ideal for a commercial where we wanna see her expressions. This is pretty common with AI image generators. You're not gonna nail it every time. So what I did was I generated a few more variations, which you can see right here. And then I cherry picked the best 4 out of the ones that I generated. Now I'm gonna download the best 4. And with these 4 images, I'm going to use those as reference images for the next batch of images that I generate. This makes sure that the next batch of images have a similar look and feel to them, and it's just way more cohesive. It's a way of extending the campaign that we're already doing. This is part of the workflow. Generate in batches, select the winners, and keep iterating. That's the advantage to this being so fast and inexpensive to do. All right, so for the second generation, I'm going to upload those 4 images, and we're going to extend the story with a European tour. So I'm just going to say, continue this travel campaign, place her in 4 iconic European locations in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, eating pasta in Rome, walking through a market in Barcelona, on a canal in Venice, same person, same style. All right, so let's generate this. Awesome, so now we have 4 more shots. So now we're at 15 shots in total. She's the same person, just in Paris and Rome now. So now I'm going to take those 4 images we just generated, I'm going to download them, and I'm going to use them as reference images for the 3rd generation. So now I'm going to enter in here, continue this global travel campaign, take the woman from the input images and place her in 4 iconic locations at a busy crosswalk in Tokyo, on a beach in Bali, in a vibrant street market in Seoul, and with lanterns in Hoi An. Same person, same style. All right, so let's generate this. Awesome, so now we've got 4 more shots, so we're at 19 shots in total now. The character consistency is strong in every frame. 3 different continents. Over a dozen different high production value scenes starting from one image. This is how you build actual content libraries. This is how you can create a month of social content in one afternoon. This is the scale that changes the game. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Because Higgsfield Popcorn maintains such strong character consistency across all these images, it's perfect for video animation. So now we're going to take these beautiful images and turn them into the commercial that you saw at the beginning. Now I'm going to select a bunch of the best images from our Higgsfield Popcorn generations, and I'm going to animate each one using VO 3.1. The key here is going to be writing prompts that describe the movement, the camera motion, and the emotion that we want in each shot. We're going to tell a story arc from the anticipation of packing, through immersing in different cultures, to those iconic moments and serene escapes, to her leaving the airport ready for her next adventure. Each 8-second clip will flow into the next, creating a commercial that takes you on a complete journey. Now let's start animating these popcorn generated images. I'm going to take you through several key scenes to show you the workflow. For our first shot, I've got this image of her packing her suitcase in the hotel room. So this sets the stage, that anticipation of journey. I'll click on these 3 dots and I'm going to select animate. And now we're in the video generation area of Higgsfield. For the prompt, I'm going to enter in 8 seconds, a beautiful woman with long curly dark hair, elegantly dressed in a white button-down shirt with white trousers, carefully folding clothes on a silver suitcase on a hotel bed. Room is softly lit. Her face shows thoughtful anticipation and gentle focus, etc. Talks about the camera movements and all of that. Now I'm going to select Google VO 3.1, 1080p, 16:9 aspect ratio because it's a video, and I'm going to hit generate. Now these do take a while to generate, so I'm going to keep creating each new video while the other ones are generating. That's one of the great things about Higgsfield, is that you can generate multiple images and videos at the same time. Next, I've got this beautiful popcorn generated image of her at a Paris cafe. This is our first taste of the European charm. All right, so let's generate this. Next, we've got this shot from Higgsfield Popcorn of her eating pasta in Rome. This is about immersing in the local cuisine. So I'll give it my prompt here, which is going to be very similar to the types of prompts I just gave the other 2 examples. Now let's do a few more key shots here. I've got her on a gondola in Venice. This is all about serene beauty in this shot. And I'm going to give it the prompt: beautiful woman with long curly hair, elegantly dressed, seated elegantly on the side of a boat or gondola, gently gliding along the calm canal in Venice. Perfect. Now for one of the more iconic moments, the Eiffel Tower. This one needs to feel very grand and awe-inspiring. So I'm going to give it this prompt here, saying that she's standing confidently on a large plaza with the majestic Eiffel Tower rising grandly behind her against a clear blue sky. This sets a very strong image. And here's the Bali beach scene that Popcorn generated. Very serene type of escape. All right, so I'll give it my prompt again. Hit generate. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it's actually generated in terms of videos for us. You can see we've got a bunch here that have loaded, so I'm going to play a few of them just to show you. All right, here's one. Looks pretty good. Here's another one. Not bad, not bad. Play another one for you. Looks good. I think it did a pretty good job of generating those videos. Now I want to show you something that happened during these generations because I think it's important to set realistic expectations. When I first tried to generate some of these images using the VO 3.1 model, I ran into some issues where it would say sensitive content and it wouldn't generate. So I'm not sure exactly why that happened. So what I did was I actually switched over to the WAN 2.5 model, which is Higgsfield's own model, which actually did a decent job generating some of the videos as well. This is another advantage to being on the Higgsfield platform, because when one model doesn't give you what you want, you can just switch to another model and have complete flexibility. Let me show you a few more shots that I think make this commercial work really well. I've got this bustling Tokyo street scene, all about dynamic urban energy. Here's one in the Seoul market, very authentic, local kind of exploration. You kind of feel like you're discovering it with her. And for that final shot, she's walking out of the airport ready for her next adventure ahead. It brings a really nice conclusion to the story. All right, so we've animated some of the key shots from the Higgsfield Popcorn generations we got. So now let's look at the final commercial one more time. I think that looks pretty impressive. strong character consistency. We've told a complete story from the starting of packing for the trip, then all the different continents and places she's been, and then her actually leaving the airport ready for her next adventure. Now, obviously, there's a few quirks, and that's the nature of AI image generation. But going from one image to a complete cinematic, globe-trotting commercial within under an hour, I think that's pretty amazing. Now, I know it can't necessarily take the place of real travel photos for big marketing campaigns, but in my opinion, for storyboarding, testing concepts, and creating content quickly at scale, Higgsfield Popcorn is powerful. So what are my final thoughts on this? I think in terms of image quality between Nano Banana and Popcorn, it's pretty even. I think it's down to personal preference. I really love the storyboard thing inside of Popcorn. I think it's really cohesive and it can give you the ability to do a lot of images at scale. While it's not perfect, no image generator model is, you can see how it can really speed up your workflow because you normally have to generate these images one by one in Nano Banana. It treats an image as a separate thing, each one. So for me personally, if I had to choose one, I would probably choose Popcorn because of this. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to create images at scale. And if you're somebody who's really into marketing, I think this would be really valuable. And I'd love to get your opinion on it as well. How do you think it compares to the Nano Banana model? If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want to learn more about how you can use AI to level up your work and your life, then click this next video.